Hello. Hello, we're here. Talia, hello, first to comment today. Hi Mandy, Debbie, Sophie, hello. Hi Robin, Dawn, Sarah and Julie. How are we all heading into our bank holiday weekend here in the UK? Are we all okay? Oh really, Emma? If so, I do apologise. I will double check and of course if it's a June one, I'll take you off and then book you in for June. Sorry, that will be my fault not looking. So you're third on the list. Oh, so you're right. Sorry, my lovely. That's fine. Like I say, I'll book that in for the June one. Okay, so I'll quickly show these earrings again, just because I said I'd show them on Friday. For those of you who may have missed it at the end of the live on the last live on Tuesday. So these are the hoop earrings that I'm wearing, keep wearing. They've got a hoop bit here that pops out and you just thread it through. They've got a double twist design on the actual hoop. So it's a solid silver and a twisted silver. Then, let me just get it focused, then twisted around each other. There we go. So you can see it's a twisted, normal silver, twisted silver, and then they're looped sort of round each other as well. The pearls, you should be able to twist them up at the moment, and then they move up the earring, as you can see. So you just move them, follow the twist of the earring, and they move up. The issue is, obviously, as you wear them at the moment, as you can see, they all jingle back down again. So my aim is to actually try and get them so they can stay here, so then you can swap pearls in and out and you can have them placed evenly throughout the earrings, or you can have them clustered at the bottom as well. Okay, so they are those earrings. Sue, bless you, thank you for the stars, my lovely. The new stock for the supporters is live. You guys, I've posted in the Squidgy Pops group and on the page as well. So you'll be able to see where, if you'd like to have a look at that jewellery on your section. And if everybody else wanted to have a look at it, it is in the coming soon section on our website. It won't let you purchase anything just yet because it is available to supporters first. However, mid next week, roughly, it will go live to everyone else as well. There is also quite a few items which have come back into stock, so you'll find that in the back in stock section. If I have a quick nosy. The big Dreamcatcher cage pendants back in there, the snitch, the ever popular snowman earrings, and I've put them on now because they don't have to be seen as snowmen, but they are brilliant. Like, the design of them is just lovely. Okay, so I have posted the order list on the page, so if anybody has ordered, you'll be able to see whereabouts you are on that list. I did just update it before I went live as well, and there is still space available for today. So if anybody would like to order for today, I'll do an updated order list as we go. Excuse me. We've still got our spring pick available, and all oysters are available as well. Okay, so up first today is Robin Wilson. Robin, are you here? Am I up to date with emails? Not 100%. I think I am slightly out. Let me have a look. Yeah, I am slightly out of my 48 hours. I've had a massive influx of emails this week, but I will get back to I will hopefully do some over the weekend as well, just to sort of get back in that time period. So if anybody is waiting on an email, I do apologise. Oh, Sue, I'm glad you're happy. And Robin, hello. So, Robin, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 oysters and a spring pick. So shall we do your spring pick first and then add the 4 oysters on at the end? Let me just make a note that it's 4. So then we'll do all the oysters together at the end, if that's okay. So if we go down for your flower shuffle, would there be a certain category or a certain sized butterfly that you're hoping for? And you've emailed 3 loyalty cards as well. I'll have a look at those in just a moment. Will the long Dreamcatcher pendant be coming back into stock? Yes, it will be. Yeah, that hasn't gone on in the recent update, but it will be as soon as I get around to that one. Hoping for a small or a medium. Okay, last one. Which one will land on top? Okay, so you have got a small butterfly. So a small butterfly is earrings. If we go straight across to the butterflies and bring the small butterflies forward, where are we? So you get to pick 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Which number would you like? And while you're doing that, I'll have a look for your email for loyalty cards. Number 3. Okay, so we're looking for a green sticker. There'll be purple or green. If you get a green, you get a bonus prize. If you get a purple, then you don't, there isn't a bonus prize on that one. So, and you have got a purple. Oh, bless you. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back of that one. But if I bring you back across, small bag number 3 is your item of jewellery. So small butterfly number 3. And you have got the bow earrings. So these earrings are 95 silver. They are hook back earrings. And on the, you can see here, you've got a bow. Now on the bottom of the bow is where your pin hangs. And this is where your pearl is going to be set onto. So you won't get to see this, you'll be able to see that top section there, but you won't be able to see the pin bit coming down. So your pearl will be set onto there. So your bow earrings, hook back earrings. I hope you're happy with those, my lovely. So they will come with 2 oyster openings. So that's 2 from the surprise bag. You then have 7 other oysters. What other oysters would you like? So 2 from the surprise bag. What 7 other oysters would you like, my lovely? There's 1. Oh, number 2 is slightly cracked. I'll open that one first so we can see. Mystery and donate the shells. That was going to be my next question. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, I'm just going to open all of these up quickly. Donating the shells, and are there certain colours you're hoping for? 2, 3. Let's wait and see what comes out. Okay. Now at the end, you can either choose to let me know what colours you'd like wear today, or you can choose to email me your colour choice. I just give that option sometimes if there's sort of more than one colour choice to make. Like I said, I'm very happy to do it today. It just gives you more time if you emailed it. But let's go down and see what we get first. So like I said, this is the surprise oyster, and this one does have a crack in him there. It's like this bit's been sort of stepped on, pushed in Mr. Crab stepped on him in there. So this one may fall apart as we open him up. Excuse me. There's one side. And the other side. And in here we've got a darker pearl. There's no more in that one. Good evening, welcome to everybody joining. So your first pearl out is a darker chocolate. He does have a slight silvery overtone to him, but overall he is a base chocolate. Just going to move him slightly more into the centre of the sand here. There we go. So chocolate silver. Moving on to surprise oyster number 2. There's one side. And the other side. And in here you are quadding. 1, 2, 3 and 4. You've got 4 pearls in your second surprise oyster here. Really interesting colours as well. They go beautifully together, but they are completely different. So let's move this one at the top. You've got a darker sea green, a bright gold, a brighter coral, and this almost chocolatey bronze purple. Can you see how it changes and it goes almost bronzy and purple? He is stunning. Okay, so sea green, gold, coral, and a chocolatey bronze purple. Moving on to your mystery oysters. You've got a light pop there. A second light pop. There we go. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And straight away, you have got a gold pearl in there. There's no more in that one. This gold, he's slightly two-tonal, only just slightly two-tonal. So if we show you, he's lighter than your first gold from the quadding oyster. As you can see, they're just lighter there, brighter there. So it's only just different shades. I'll pop that on the single side on this side here. So 6 pearls to start with. Moving on to your next oyster, which is your mystery oyster. And you've got a softer pop there. In here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, we've got a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. He is a very dark, deep green. So almost like a forest green. In fact, almost like a gunmetal grey with a green overtone robin. So hopefully you can see that green flash there. And your next oyster. Oh, triple pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, I can see a couple of peepers. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding from your mystery oyster. So second set of quads here, my lovely. So we've got a sea green, again, slightly lighter than your first. A gold, which is lighter than your first. A darker gunmetal grey. And a dark pinkle. So you can see there it's slightly two-tonal with lighter pink and pinkle areas. So pinkle is a mix between the pink and purple. And then, so your quads are here from the sea greens onwards, and the single pearls so far are on that side. Moving on to your next oyster. You've got a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, I can see a couple of peepers again here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's no more in that one. So quadding for a third time. So this time, completely different colours. You've got a candy floss pink, a chocolate, a two-tonal blurple. So a blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. So as you go around here, you can see the two-tonal colours there. And then you've got this apple green with a flash of purple. So overall is a green. And then just there, flash of lighter purple. And quite larger pearls in that quad there compared to your other ones. Still 3 oysters to go. Oh, beautiful sharp pop there. Oh, bless you, Robin. Sometimes a lot of choices is too much choice. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, and straight away pearls popped out down the bottom. And there's no more in that one. Now this one is a chocolate, but he does have slight olive green overtone to him. So chocolate and green. Okay, 2 oysters to go, my lovely, and then I'll go through all of the colours again for you. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see a pearl right at the top. It is a lilac purple. And you're twinning. Twinning with lilac purple twins, Robin. Visually, they may be slightly different sizes to each other. I'm going to pop them underneath the quads here. So yeah, I do think they're going to come out measuring a slightly different size to each other. But gorgeous lighter lilac purples there. Sorry, the green wanted to run away. Your favourite colour. Oh, I love that. Moving on to your last oyster. You've got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so if we have a look at this colour as well. He is a silver, but has got a slight green tone to him as well. Very green tone opening, so silver with a slight greeny tone. Okay, so this is your selection of... Oh, Blurple doesn't want to stay still either. Selection of pearls here. So I'll hold that there for a second in case you'd like to take a screenshot. Obviously, like I said before, if you'd like to tell me now on the live which colours you go where, that's absolutely fine. So single pearls to start with. You've got the chocolate silver, gold, darker gunmetal grey with the green overtone, the chocolate, an olive, and then the silver and green. Quads, you've got sea green, gold, coral, and a chocolatey bronze purple. Second quads, sea green, gold, gunmetal grey, two-tonal pink and pinkle. Third quads, candy floss pink, chocolate, two-tonal blurple, and apple green with the flash of purple, and then twinning lilacs at the bottom there. So I'll need to know which pearls you'd like on which items of jewellery, and of course the earrings that you got on your spring pick as well. So I'll start measuring them for you, Robin, and then yeah. Do I have 2 bright burgundy? Yes, I do. Which colours would you like to swap out for them? Your chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. The single gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Darker with the green overtones, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate and olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And silver with the green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The gunmetal and chocolate silver. So the gunmetal from the quad and the chocolate silver, is that right? Or did you mean the single one with the flash of green? Okay, so those two. Also the single with the flash of green and the coral for light silvers. Are you happy for me not to measure the rest just because I started swapping colours, or would you still like me to go through and measure them? Again, either option's fine, it's just because I've started swapping. I'm just going to move these 3 up so I can pop your swaps in here. Also the single flash green coral, dark gold for an icy blue. Okay, so darker gold for an icy blue. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. So far I've taken away these 5 pearls. Obviously if this is incorrect, please let me know. I've popped them in here because that's the dish I put my swapped pearls in during the live. Okay, so these are the 5 I've added in. 2 reds, 2 light, these are dove greys, which are the lighter silvers, and an icy blue. Are you happy with those shades there? If so, that's perfect. And then I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. I'm just going to bring you up so I can write this down, but I can go back down to look at the pearls again. Light silvers on the hoop earrings. Yeah. Reds on the bow. Keep the icy blue, but do I also have a lighter icy blue? I do, definitely, yes. What colour are you thinking to swap out for a lighter one? Depends how light you want to go. Possibly that one, or if this one may be too light. Oh, that was close. Too light of an icy blue. So I've popped it just above here so you can see that one there. If that's too light, I can go for an in-between colour. Swap. So you've tagged someone there, but was that going to say swap the brown next to the gold? So this one here. I'll leave it there for a second, but do you mean that one there? Do I have an in-between in this pot? So just move these over slightly. Yeah, no, bless you. It's not a problem. It happens easily. So it's basically on Facebook, if we go to start typing something, if it thinks that it's a name, it then tags that name in, and if we sort of don't see it in time, oh, I think that one's better. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the 3 different blues there. Lightest, middle and brightest. So I'm going to take away the chocolate. So we'll give it 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Oh no, you'd like to keep this one. So 1 or 2. Sorry, we're already keeping that one. 1 or 2. So number 2 on the sun pendant. Again, I'm just going to bring you up so I can write this down. Okay. That just leaves us with the other pendant. TARDIS blue. If it's going on the pendant, I do have a pre-drilled TARDIS blue. With pre-drilled, it just means that because I've drilled it previously, and if it's going on the pendant, I would be drilling it anyway. So it doesn't matter, if that makes sense. It's not going on the pendant, so I don't know if I have any which aren't pre-drilled. Unless you don't mind going on a waiting list, then that's absolutely not a problem. Let me have a look. No, I don't. So you do want it on a lobster clasp, then yes, I do have a pre-drilled one that I can give you. So like I said, it just means that it's already got the hole in it. But if it's going on a lobster fitting, then that is fine. So I've taken the others away just because these are the ones that you've already chosen to go on jewellery. Okay, so the twins and the lighter icy blue have already gone. So would that TARDIS blue be okay there for you? Yeah, happy with that one. So do you know what colour you'd like on the last item? Yes, Talia. Oh, I don't have any post-its next to me. I ran out. Rose gold. So did you want me to swap a rose gold in? Oh, take out the regular gold. So this single gold up here, that was not in the quad. So this one you'd like to swap in for a rose gold. Swap out, sorry, for a rose gold. Okay, yeah, that's not a problem. So let's get the rose gold confirmed because that's going to go on the jewellery. And then we can carry on swapping your other pearls until you're happy. So just confirm, are you happy with that rose gold for your other item? Yes. Okay, so I am going to just take it away, just because obviously it's been chosen, so it's safely in a bag. And then if I write this down, rose gold. Perfect. Okay, so if I hold this up for you. So you've got sea green, and then this was the second quad, third quad. I'm just making it so we can see them more easily. Twins at the bottom, and then your single pearls. I'll pop in a line up there. Oh, sorry, hold it there and you'll screenshot and let me know. Oh, of course you can. Email me, and you'll want them all on lobster class, but you're going to email me with colour swaps that you'll potentially want. That's absolutely not a problem. So when you do email, if you can include your 5-digit order invoice number, and then that way I can allocate the correct obviously email to the order. So did you manage to grab the screenshot there? Okay, so got it. Thanks. Have to go on the. Oh no, you're very, very welcome. So I'll look forward to your email and thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. I'm just going to put you guys on this screen here because I just need to get some post-its. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to make notes on the order forms today. Oh, sorry, puppy. I've also got my dogs in here again today, so hopefully they will stay quiet. Sorry, I couldn't open that then. Okie dokie. Post-it notes. Good boy, go lay down. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Oh, it's fine, I needed 2 anyway. Okay, so TARDIS blue is pre-drilled and we'll email colour swaps on loose pearls. Perfect. Okay, so that's safe up there for you. Brilliant. Up next today is, sorry, hit this camera, let me just readjust it, there we go. Up next today is Linda Heath. Linda, are you here? Right, sorry about that. Do I normally have my dogs in with me? No, normally they're in the house with Aaron. Aaron should be back any moment now and then he'll come and get them. But at the moment they're in with me. I mean, they're happily sleeping at the moment, so they're not a bother. But if they start barking or whatnot, then I do apologise, because they can they can get noisy sometimes. Linda, hello, 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 my lovely. Let me mark you off as here. Okay, Linda, you have got one oyster opening all today. What oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate the shells. Perfect. So if I grab the mystery bag for you. Oh, I'm glad you're happy with it, Carol. So mystery oyster. Is there a certain colour or colours that you're hoping for, Linda? So let's go down. Your mystery oyster. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Ooh, and in here you have got a pinky watermelon. That's just a piece of, oh, I've dropped it. That's just a piece of the shell that's broken off there. Dropped it again. If I put it in there, see, just a piece of the shell. There's no more in that one, and you have got a pinky watermelon. So if I pop this in the sand and hold him up so you can have a closer look, what do you think to this one? Nicola, thank you ever so much for the stars there, my lovely. That's very kind of you. So, pinky watermelon, Linda. Let me run him through the board for you. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Can you change for a blue? Of course. Now, are you thinking to have a TARDIS blue as well? If so, as it's on the jewellery, I can go for one of these pre-drilled blues. As I would be drilling it anyway, because otherwise there is going to be a wait for the TARDIS blue. Oh, Blurple. Yes, of course you can. Let me get a Blurple for you. Okay, so let me hold this one up. As we know, Blurple is a mix between blue and purple. Now this one is right on the edge between the two. So some lights you can see more purple, some lights you can see more blue. Would you be happy with that one? Yes, perfect, brilliant. Let me bring you back up then. Okay, so I'll get this one onto your jewellery for you, Linda. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. So I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Up next today is Cara Sean. Cara, are you here? Linda, you're very, very welcome. Excuse me. Cara, hello. Just booking in your loyalty card as well. There we go. So you have got a spring pick. Let me just get the correct butterfly size, to top that back up. And let's go down for your spring pick. So we need to do the flower shuffle first. Is there a certain colour, no, not colour, certain size or category that you're hoping for? Okay, so one more and then that will be your chosen one. So I found that this is the best way to mix them. Excited to play. Okay, so you have got a small butterfly. So small butterfly is earrings. So let's go straight across to the butterfly screen. No, that's me. There we go. And small butterfly is this one. So it says small butterfly on the front. And I'll need to know which number butterfly you would like. Would you like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Number 2. Okay, so butterfly number 2, we're looking for the green sticker, Cara. And it's not. You've got the purple sticker there, so I'm afraid that there isn't a bonus with that one. However, small butterfly number 2, let's go back across for your bag. So butterfly number 2 is this one. And in here, you have got stud back earrings here, and they are the heart earrings. So stud back earrings, and they are the heart earrings. They come with 2 oyster openings. As you can see, they are studs. They have got a zircon crystal border around the outside of the heart. And that middle section you won't actually see because that's where your pearl is going to be sat. So you'll see the pearl in the middle with the heart outlining it. I hope you're happy with those. So they come with 2 oyster openings. So I'll grab those from the surprise bag. You've also then got your loyalty card as well. So 1 and 2, which extra oyster would you like? I'm glad you're happy with them, Cara. Sorry guys, if you keep seeing me sort of doing that with my cheek, on the inside of my cheek, I can't remember biting it, but I must have because it's really sore. So yeah, if you see me doing that, that's why. So I don't mean to be rude at all. It's like an automatic thing. Mystery, donate your shells. Okie dokie. There we go. Mystery oyster. Is there certain colours you're hoping for at all for your earrings? 1, 2, and 3. So let's go down. Surprise oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And straight away, and it arguably may be the best colour for the heart earrings, you are twinning. with bright hot pink twins there. Now there's no more in that one. I can see, however, that these pinks, they are hot pink. They're slightly different sizes, and one is just a touch brighter than the other. So the larger looks slightly brighter. However, on camera, they look very, very similar in colour there. But again, I think they'll measure just slightly out with the size there. Your surprise oyster number 2. Oh, there's one side and the other side. Oh, and flying bits of shell and pearl with this one. And you have got a watermelon pearl. There's no more in that one. So here is your watermelon next to the pink pearls there. If we then move on to your last oyster, which is your mystery oyster. Larger double pop with that one. Oh, and in here, flying pearls again on, and you're twinning. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. Twinning pearls there. I'm just going to have a squidge in here just in case, and there was, you have triples. You have got 3 pearls in your mystery oyster here. So if I dry these up for you as well, and then we'll go through all of the colours again, Cara, and then you can decide what you would like to do. So you have got a chocolate, a dark forest green, and a 2-tonal apple green, so lighter and brighter greens there. What do you think to these? So twinning hot pinks, a single watermelon, then chocolate, forest green, and a 2-tonal apple green. I will need to know which 2 you'd like on your earrings. And then, of course, if you're not happy with the other ones, we can swap them for you as well. Your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Hot pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Hot pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. So they are actually measuring the same sizes there. 2-tonal apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Dark forest green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8 as well. So I definitely need to know what 2 pearls go on those earrings. I'm afraid I don't have any sea blues at the moment, and there would be a wait on sea blues if you would like to have any. I do also have a waiting list for sea blues as well. Is there another colour that you'd prefer to see, or don't you mind waiting for those sea blues, my lovely? Just going to pop it down a second, just so I can have a sip of my tea. Snow Whites instead, okie dokie. Let me have a look for you. So I'm assuming that these are for the earrings. They would need to be the same size. I think they're going to be the closest. I have these two. Now they are slightly different sizes. There's not a lot in it, and especially if you've got them in the earrings, I don't think you'd notice, because obviously they'll be in different ears, but they are slightly different sizes, as you can see there. However, they are the two closest I do have available at the moment. But again, if you are happy with one of those, I could pop you on a list waiting for a match for one, if that makes sense. Apple green and pink on a hoop fitting. Okay. Just one of the pinks, is that correct? On hoop. So apple green and pink. Just going to refresh the comments here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so you're happy with the larger of the whites. And is it the white that you'd like to go on the jewellery? And what two colours? It was forest green and coral, wasn't it? The watermelon. It's okay. Okay, so I'm just going to read out what I've got down for you. So we're going to have Snow Whites on the jewellery. We're going to swap the watermelon for matching Snow White. I'm then going to also invoice you for the apple green and one of the pinks on a hoop fitting. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. Swap the chocolate and the pink for Pepsi Blue and Dove Grey on a hoop. There will be a weight on the Pepsi Blue as well, my lovely. Are you happy to wait for the Pepsi Blue? Yep, perfect. Okay, so there is the Dove Grey there as well. Just confirm if you're happy with that one. So I bring you back up here as well, then I'll write that down as well. So we're going to swapping the hot pink for a Pepsi Blue, and then you could both like those on hoop fittings as well. Perfect. No, that's absolutely fine, my lovely. And you're very, very welcome. So hopefully the swaps will get done quickly for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. So I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, and that brings us to, up next today is Julie McLaughlin. Julie, are you here? Julie McLaughlin, are you here? Julie, hello, hello, hello. You have got a spring pick, so let's go down for your flower shuffle. Is there a certain category or sized butterfly that you're hoping for? Hoping for a small one, which is earrings. Okay, so last one, whatever goes on top. Okay, so it is that one there, and it is a small. You do have earrings, Julie. Perfect. So let's go straight across. I'll bring the small one back forward. So I'll need to know 1 through to 5. Which number butterfly would you like? Was it planned, Sam? Number 4. So that's this one here. So number 4, we're looking for the green sticker. And you have got the green sticker, my lovely. Whoop whoop. So that means you get to have a bonus prize, Julie. Would you like to have a £10 off code for the website, or would you like an extra oyster opening added on for today? Let me bring you back up. Yep, there is still spaces available today if you would like to order. So £10 off code for the website, or an extra oyster opening today. £10 off code. Okay, so that will get emailed across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. If I bring these down, it was butterfly number 4. So actually, let's go down so you can see what I'm doing. Small butterfly number 4. And in here, sorry, I top them up, back up again as we go. You have got, now these ones are really, really interesting. So they are stud back earrings. They do have a little bit of a curve to them though, so they're really actually quite hard to show you. So if you see what I mean here, because the earring at the top, it then would curve down and round the lobe. So I've got it, I'm holding it quite close to the top there. So if I hold it here, it's got quite a curve to it. So it'll go in the top and it'll curve round the lobe. Okay, so I think these ones are called the pinch earrings, if I remember correctly. So you've got these two sections that come out and then join back together at the bottom. And then your pearls are going to be set right at the bottom on that circle section down there. So because of the curvature, you'll sort of see this, the silver section forward first, and then the pearl will be emerging almost from underneath, but at like a slanted tilt, if that makes sense. So you'll be seeing the top half of the pearl. I hope you're happy with those, my lovely. They do come with 2 oyster openings. That would be the 2 surprise oysters. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? And, oh, is that 2? Yeah, 1 and 2. And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So 1. Now, oyster number 2 has got a crack in him, so I'll open that one first, but this shell may fall apart. So if I show you, it's got quite a little bit of a crack in him there. And it comes down here as well. Pinks, oh, we're donating the shells. Okay, so hoping for possibly pinks or purples. Oyster number 1. So I'm just opening this carefully so it's not going to sort of ping off anywhere. Yep, there's 1/2. I am just going to open the other side. I can see a pearl amongst the flesh there, but I'm just... Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so here is a pearl. There's nothing on that side or this section here. So I'm just going to move this out the way. Okay, and there's no more in that one. I knew that was going to fall apart. Okay, so first pearl out is a darker chocolate pearl here. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your surprise oyster. There's one side. And the other side. Oh, in here you've got a TARDIS blue. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got a chocolate and a TARDIS blue, Julie. I'm going to need to know what 2 you would like to have on your jewellery. And of course, if you would like to swap these, that's absolutely fine as well. It's called Spring Pick, Laura, and it's under the fun section on the website. I hope that helps. Swap both for silver. Okay, let me run these quickly through the board. The blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8 as well. Now I've gone for the dove grey silver kind of tone. If you'd like a darker colour than this, then just let me know. I'm just looking for 2. Same sort of shade and size. There we go. Oh, I'll get that later. So what do you think to those there, my lovely? They're perfect, brilliant. Okay, so if I bring you back up here then, Julie, and I'll get those set onto the jewellery for you. So I hope you're happy with those. The code I'll email across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. So Julie, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. That's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay, and up next today then is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? You're very, very welcome. Oh, where did I just click? There we go. Cindy Brown, are you here? If you are here, possibly type I'm invisible so it'll bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone else can see Cindy, please comment on her comment so it'll bring it forward so I can see as well. Let me refresh it here, see if that brings it forward. Cindy, hello, hello, hello. Cindy, you have got 2 spring picks. So we're going to do your first one, find out what jewellery you've got, and then we'll do your second spring pick, and then we'll do all your oysters to open together at the end. Now, is there certain categories or sizes that you're hoping for, Cindy? Okay, last one. And you have got a large butterfly. Perfect. So a large butterfly is a bracelet. Let's go across to the butterflies. Now with the large butterflies, you get to pick between 1, 2 or 3. Butterfly 1, 2 or 3. Number 2. Okay, so right in the middle here, and we're looking for that green sticker. Okay, so, and it's purple. Excuse me, so that does mean that there's nothing on the back there. But bag number 2, so it was large, bag number 2. Okay, so in here, let me just top it up as we go. Now this one comes with one oyster opening where you can choose to have your pearl on or off the jewellery. This one you can have a pearl on every link, and the links are slightly different. So you've got three, if I just get it focused so you can see, there we go. So we've got three plain silver links which are slightly smaller overall. Then you've got a larger, longer twisted silver link, and then carrying on back to the three slightly smaller, then a larger silver. So then that pattern continues all the way along the bracelet. So three smaller, one larger, three smaller, one larger. So I hope you're happy with that. Now this one does mean that you can have a pearl in every link, or of course a charm in every link, and that's charms with lobster fittings. So I hope you're happy with that one as your first item. If we move straight on to your second spring pick, and then like I say, all oysters at the end. So if we mix these up for you again. Of course you can, Cindy. I'll write that down for you. Good evening, Linda. I hope you're well. Okay, so in this one you have got a small butterfly. Okay, so this one is a pair of earrings. So if we go back to the small butterfly, so small butterfly down the front there. With this one, I'll need 1 through to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which one would you like here? I've just made the note for the extension chain for you. Number 5. Okay, so again, you're looking for that green sticker. Oh no, okay, so you haven't found it there. It is purple on the back. He definitely does have a sticker, you can see it there. Okay, so there's nothing on the back of that one. But again, you've picked your price, so small butterfly bag number 5. Now these ones here were on the website. They do need the pearls to go onto the jewellery. Let me just pull the clasps down slightly. And they are stud back earrings. So these are called the split earrings. Okay, so as you can see, split earrings. If you pop them together, it could make a larger heart. It's got the border encrusted in zircon crystals, and then you've got 5 larger squared crystals filling in the center of the earrings. Then your pearls sit here and here. Now you can also wear these ones this way round, and it almost looks like a shell or a wave coming in then. So you can interpret these in different ways. You could wear it that way round, so it could be more like a teardrop. So you could wear them anyway, but on the website they're called these split earrings. So I hope you're happy with those as well. So you've got your bracelet, which has 1 oyster, your earrings, which has 2, and the pearls definitely need to go on the earrings. Okay, so Cindy, would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? 1, 2, and 3. And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2, and 3. So let's go down. Oyster number 1. There's one side. And, oh, the other side I've split it slightly now. But we'll see if we can open him up still. Oh, and I can see a pearl right on the top there. So if we have a squidge there. Okay, there's no more in that one. And you have got a sea green from your first oyster. So sea green. Oh, look at him. I apologise, Cindy. He is a two-tonal sea green and blue. Look at this pearl. Oh my gosh. Let me get it focused for you. Oh, I need to show you. Come on. Sorry, I'm just waiting for the camera to focus. Okay, was it worth the wait? Green, silver, blue. Let me readjust. Look at that sea blue there, going into a sea green and silver, and then back into the blue. That is a truly stunning pearl. Wow, 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 wow. So beautiful first pearl there. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side. And the other side. And in here, just moving that piece of shell out of there. And you're twinning. Oh, wow. Oh, Cindy, you're having some beautiful pearls today. Twinning with two-tonal lilac purple and lavenders. And maybe slightly brighter purple in there as well. So, twin number 1, lighter and brighter purple as you go around the pearl. Twin number 2 is the same. It may have different proportions of the colours, but it's got the same colours on there. Possibly maybe measuring different sizes, but because of the two-tonal markings, we'll wait until we measure them. Excuse me. So again, stunning twins as well. And then your last oyster. There's one side. And the other side. And it, oh, running down the front there. There's no more in that one. You have got a darker gunmetal grey. Okay, Cindy, what do you think to these? Two-tonal sea green and blue, twinning two-tonal purples, and then you've got a darker gunmetal grey as well. So if you're happy with these colours, Cindy, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And then I'll need to know definitely which 2 on the earrings. And then with the bracelet, it's up to you if you'd like the one on there or not. So, sea green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Twin purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Twin purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, Not a 7, he is a 7.5, so they are measuring different sizes with the twins there. And then your darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7 as well. Okay, Cindy, what do you think, my lovely, and what would you like to do? I'm just going to pop that down for a second, my lovely. Just updating the order list. If anybody would like to order, it shouldn't be too long of a wait this evening, as there is still space available. Can you have the green on the bracelet? Of course you can. And swap the lilacs for light purple. You can, however, there will be a wait on that because all the sort of lighter purple, let's move this camera slightly. The colour, the light purples, there would be a wait for. The lightest of the purples I've got at the moment, that's what I was trying to say, are sort of that bright purple shade. So would you be happy to go on a waiting list for 2 lighter purples? Just writing this down. So on the bracelet, we've got the sea green. So I have taken the green away there just because we know what that one's going on. What do you think? Oh, Suzanne, hello, good evening. I hope you're well. Bright red, of course you can. So you'd like to swap out the twins for bright reds instead. Let me have a little look and see if I can get the brightest red shade and size that I have available for you. I've noticed that I've stopped finishing my sentences. So if I ever don't finish a sentence and it sort of really niggles at anyone, like I need to know what she was going to say, it just reminds me. It's a new thing. I'm thinking it must come with age, that I sort of start talking and then don't finish. I don't know why. Oh, I really want those two, but they're just... In fact, I am going to go for those two. They look slightly odd, but I'm hoping it's just the shadow from... Yes, it was. It was the shadow from my hand, not my finger. Okay, what do you think to those two there? Would you be happy with those? So I'm going to bring you back up here, but just confirm that you're happy with those before. Yes, you are. Okie dokie. Cindy, I'm glad you're happy with those then. I'll write that down as well. So sea greeny blue on your bracelet, and then you've got these gorgeous brighter reds on your earrings. Okay, perfect. So Cindy, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Good evening, Connie. Hello and welcome. Up next today is Dawn Barbner. Dawn, are you here? There we go. Perfect. Dawn Barbner, are you here? Again, if anyone can see Dawn, please. Oh, no, I can see her. Perfect. Hello, Dawn, my lovely. You have got a spring pick, so let's go down and grab the flowers for you. Is there a certain category or size that you're hoping for? Okay, so last one. Let's see if I can see which one's going to go on top. Whoa, nearly dropped them all then. Okay, so it is that one. And it is a small butterfly. They're very popular today, considering how many we have here. Small butterfly keeps coming out, which is not a problem. So small butterfly is earrings. We have got 5 butterflies here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Which number butterfly would you like? How many are on the order list? So I'll pop the order list in the comments. So I'll pop Dawn at the top, because that's, we are opening Dawn's at the moment. After Dawn there is 5 people. Number 4. So number 4 is this one here. So again, we're looking for that green sticker. And Dawn, you have found the green sticker, my lovely. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So that means you get to pick whether you'd like to have a £10 off code, which means if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have £10 off to use. Or you can have an extra oyster opening today, and the options are either the surprise bag or the other oysters. So if you get the green, you do have the option of the surprise bag again. But which one would you like? And small bag number 4, I'll bring it here so you guys can see. I'm not going to touch it or anything, just so I know, until I know what prize you would like, my lovely. So £10 off code for Can you have the code? Yes, of course you can. So £10 off code. That will get sent across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. So small butterfly number 4. Oh, these are very popular earrings, these ones. So these ones here I can see already. I know you guys can't see, but I'm just topping this up again. These ones you can choose to have your pearls on or off the jewellery. They are already on the website. And they are our Hallows earrings. So they are hookback earrings. And if you're a Potter fan, they are the Hallows earrings. So the Resurrection Stone, Invisibility Cloak and Elder Wand. If you're not a Potter fan, it is a geometric design. You can get away with both thought processes with these ones, if that makes sense. Now with these, if you choose to have the pearls on the jewellery, they go at the top and can move around. You don't have to have them on the jewellery if you don't want to. I hope you're happy with those. Okay, so they do come with the 2 oysters then. So if we bring you back, are there 2 colours that you're hoping for at all? And, oh, 1 and 2. And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Okay, so 2 surprise oysters. Let's go down. So surprise oyster number 1. Oh, Lindsay, I hope you and little one are doing really well. So oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And in here, you are twinning. Twinning with lighter lilac purple twins. Oh, and there's no more in that one. They are stunning. Now, they do look like they're slightly different in shades, but ever so slightly. One has got maybe a touch darker and possibly measuring different sizes, but again we'll check that at the end for you. And then moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side. Tennessee? No. Tesney. Tesney? It's, how would you phonetically spell it out, Lindsay? So your darker pearl in this one, Dawn. And there's no more in that one. You've sent a loyalty card as well. Oh, bless you. Let me just show you this pearl here, then I'll have a quick look. With your loyalty card, which oyster would you like? So this one is a gorgeous deep dark purple. Okay, so if I just bring you back up here, I'm just going to have a quick look for your loyalty card. Did you send it today? No, you didn't. You sent it yesterday. Okay, let's have a look. That's perfect. So I'll just book that in for you. Which oyster would you like? mystery and donate the shells. Okay, so you've got twinning lilac purples, a larger, darker purple, and then we'll see what is in your mystery oyster. So with your earrings, you can have the pearls on or off. It's going to be up to you. So if we go down for your mystery oyster, it's lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And in, I can see 1, 2, and 3 pearls straight away. 1, 2, and 3. And you do have triples with your mystery oyster. So 3 oysters altogether, Dawn, and 6 pearls here, which has given you a nice selection of pearls to choose from. You've got a autumn peach, a watermelon, and a darker gunmetal grey. Almost black, that one. So twinning lilac purples, dark purple, then you've got autumn peach, watermelon, and darker gunmetal grey. If I start running these through the board, twin lilac purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. His twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, oh, run away, not a 6.5, oh, he's not a 7. He is a 7.5, so they are measuring different sizes, but they're not massively visually different there. The dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then your triples, autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Okay, Dawn, what do you think, my lovely? What would you like to do? What do you think? So with your earrings, you can choose to have pearls on or pearls off. Or can you have the lilacs on the earrings? You can. Swap the autumn peach for a dove grey. And the rest on small lobster fittings. Okay, have a look at that love grey, I was about to say, at that dove grey, and let me know if that one's okay. Just going to bring you up so I can write this down as well. So we're going to have the lilac purple on there, and you'd like to be invoiced for the others on small lobster fitting. Okay, so I've got that down for you. The invoice will get sent across for you over the weekend to the email address, and then you'll get a separate email from me with your £10 off code for the website as well. Okay, so they'll both get sent over the weekend for you. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. Just confirm for me if that dove grey was okay. Beautiful, perfect. So Dawn, as always, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next today is Tracy Downing. Oh, my voice, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Tracy Downing, are you here? So, Linda, I have a thing. I thought I did, but no, I haven't. So I do apologise. Tuesday's orders are processed, and then what I do is I write the codes alongside your order numbers, then obviously send the emails through. And I noticed earlier when an email came in, somebody asking for them, and I just completely didn't send the emails, so I do apologise. I will send those over over the weekend, so they will go out to everybody. So if anybody did have the code on Tuesday, I do apologise. You'll definitely get it before the live on Sunday. Okay, sorry, Linda. Complete, because I sort of, as I process the orders through, obviously taking the pearls off to see what to drill them and stuff. I write down obviously your code and to send it to do, like to come back to it. And apparently I just didn't do that step, so I'm sorry, but I will definitely get it to you. The code's already made, just needs to send the emails. Siobhan, yes, I showed my earrings on at the end of the last live and the start of today's live. So if you watch either one, so the start of today's or go to Tuesday's one, scroll all the way to the end, you'll see them there as well. No, you'll definitely get it, Linda. Tracy, you are here. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Tracy, you've got a stick pick sparkle dip and an oyster opening as well. We'll do your stick pick or sparkle dip first, and then your oyster opening afterwards, if that's okay. Let me just mark off that you are indeed here. Oh no, what did I do? Sorry, I just clicked off the comments. There we go, I'm back. So, stick pick or sparkle dip is this one here. Let's go down and choose your envelope. So still lots in here, so randomly gonna go for that one. Okay, and in here is, oh, perfect. So you have got, now I don't think, off the top of my head, I don't think these ones are on the website yet. So if I show you the charm first, and then we'll go closer in on your pearl, Tracy. So if I grab one of these. So this is one of our sunspot charms. So it is a round disc, and if we go to the side, you can see that there is a point on both sides. It means that it's not going to sort of sit flat. It's always going to have a little wiggle and a sparkle. Now this is one of our crackle crystals. So what it means is it's a clear base crystal colour, and it's got this gorgeous silver. Can you see that silver crackle on the back? So as the crystals sort of sparkling away, you can see that silver crackle coming through. Now we've actually paired this one with a darker black pearl. So silver and black go beautifully. However, it's going to be your choice, Tracy. So you get to definitely keep the charm. So I hope you're happy with that one. You get to either stick with this pearl if you're happy with this pearl, or you can pick, which means I'll dive in and get a random bag of 4 pearls, and then you pick one of the 4 pearls to go on this charm instead of this black. Okay, so either stay with the black or have a random pick and dive in for a different colour. What do you think? What would you like to do? Stick, you're happy with that one? Perfect. So he is yours. Let me just pop them in here, and I'm just going to write down that we've stuck with that as well. You also have a oyster opening. So what type of oyster would you like with that one? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Excuse me, sorry. There we go. Nunu and donate the shells, Tracy. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? So, Nunu Rainbow Oyster. And let's go down. So, Nunu Rainbow Oyster. There's a one side. And the other side. So, no pearls on that side there. And if we have a squidge in here, you have got a sea green. And there's no more in that one. So I'm just going to have a look at this sea green, because what happened earlier, I saw one side and then when it turned around it had that gorgeous blue, didn't it? So I'm just going to see. Now it is a two-tonal sea green, but I would say that he's more green all the way around. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, my voice is in and out today. Okay, so sea green, let's have a look. Look at him. So it's a deep, it's a bright but deep sea green colour. What do you think? Now, if you're happy with this one, that's perfect. If you're not, we can of course swap him. So he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. That one's perfect. So Tracy, just to confirm, you're happy with that one to go on the jewellery? So sea green on there. Just confirm that for me. Very happy. Okay, Tracy, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope then you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And up next today is Kerry McEntegart. Kerry, are you here? I'm sorry for my voice, guys. It's I must have used it a bit. The days where I use it more and then come on the live and talk for a few hours, it just sort of starts going in and out. So it doesn't hurt and it's fine in the morning. But yeah, so if I'm getting a little bit crackly, that's why. Kerry, hello, my lovely. Okay, so Kerry, you have got a spring pick. Let's go down. I'm just gonna. I'm so sorry. Right, there we go. That's cleared it for some reason. So your spring pick. Let's do your flower shuffle. Is there a certain flower or category that you're hoping for? Okay, so you have got a large butterfly. Now the large butterfly is a bracelet. So if we go straight across to the butterflies, oh, I've just realised I haven't topped that one back up. Let me just put a butterfly in there and then I'll bring you your large butterfly down. So with the large butterfly, the options are 1, 2 or 3. Which butterfly would you like? Number 2, so right in the middle here. Okay, butterfly number 2, and you're looking for the green sticker. Oh no, okay, so it is the purple sticker there, my lovely. Oh, bless you. So that does mean that there isn't an extra, but butterfly number 2 has picked your item of jewellery. So if I bring this down, and large butterfly number 2 is, oh, and this is a lovely bracelet. This is the textured curb bracelet. So 925 silver, 7.5 inches long. Let me just get it so they're all the same way. So as the name describes, it has a textured curb link. Now this is quite a large link, so you can have pearls or charms on each link. I'm just going to pop it on the board so hopefully we can zoom in on that texture on the links themselves, because it's like a crisscross texture, so it's like it's been almost engraved with the crisscross. So this one does come with one oyster opening, and you can choose to have your pearl on or off the jewellery. I hope, oh no, wrong, that's the butterflies. I hope you're happy with that one. So, surprise oyster there. Would there be a certain colour that you're hoping for? Surprise oyster, let's get him open. Excuse me, and let's go down. So in here, there's one side and the other side. You have got a Snow White, and there's no more in that one, Kerry. I haven't seen what you'd like to do with these shells, so I'll just leave them there for a second. But your Snow White pearl, what do you think to this? Donate the shells, perfect. So are you happy with a Snow White pearl? If so, you can choose to have him on or off the jewellery. And of course, if you're not happy with this colour, we can swap him for you. If I run him through the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Can you have it on the jewellery? Of course you can. That's perfect. Okay, Kerry, I'm glad you're happy with that one then. Let me just write down that we're going to have the white on the jewellery. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And I've just popped that safely up there for you. Right, up next then this evening is Carol Gale. Carol, are you here? Oh, bless you, Linda. Have I retopped it? Yeah, I've retopped that back up. Carol, hello. You have got a spring pick as well. So if we go down for you, just bringing the flowers back again. So flower shuffle. Is there a certain category or size butterfly that you're hoping for? Okay, so last one. And in here you have got a medium butterfly, and that's the first medium butterfly of the night actually. So medium butterfly is a pendant. So if we go straight across to the butterflies, medium is this one here. Let's just turn that flower around so you can see the number. Let's put that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Which butterfly would you like? Number 4, so that's this one here. Okay, so again, looking for a green sticker, Carol. And you've got a green sticker. Boop, boop, boop. What that means is you can choose whether to have a £10 off code for the website, which means if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £10 off code you can use. Or you can choose to have an extra oyster opening added on tonight to your openings. What do you think? So medium butterfly number 4 is that one. Just keeping the camera down so you can see that I'm not touching the bag or anything. Can you have the extra opening tonight? Of course you can. So if we open up your jewellery first, medium butterfly number 4. Oh, now I can see that this pendant is currently on the website. Okay. So just topping that back up again. This one does come with one oyster opening and, sorry, and the pearl does need to go onto the jewellery. So this on the website is called the Wings pendant. So again, it's another Harry Potter themed item. So you do have a like a little hat almost. So the pearl fits in snugly in this circle in the middle. Then you've got this little bit of silver that comes at the top and sort of goes and holds the pearl in as well. Obviously it doesn't hold the pearl in because I will set the pearl onto the jewellery, but it sort of comes around the top slightly. You then have got the wings that come out either side. So it's almost like it could be a snitch pendant. But of course, because it is the wings, you can interpret it other ways as well. So your pearl does definitely need to go onto the jewellery. I hope you're happy with that one, Carol. So that one comes with one oyster opening, which is the surprise oyster, and you've chosen to have a extra oyster opening as well. Now you can have the surprise oyster bag, or you can choose the other bags as well. So which extra oyster would you like? I'll leave that bag there for a second. But which extra oyster would you like? Mystery. Okay, so Carol, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? Come on. Okay. Sorry, Rafiki. He wanted to lay next to me then, but he realised because the chair moves that he better not. He's gone back to laying in his bed. Good boys. Okay, so let's go down. Your surprise oyster first, then we'll open your bonus mystery oyster in just a moment. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours you're hoping for? Oyster number 1. There's one side. Oh, and the other side. And your surprise oyster. Oh, let's move that out of the way. You are quadding. And there's no more in that one. Oh, quadding with your first oyster. So you've got 4 pearls in there and they are all bright colours. And I've just seen that you was hoping for a Cadbury purple and you have got a Cadbury purple, lemon yellow, coral, icy blue and a Cadbury purple. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. So I hope you're happy with those. Moving on to oyster number 2, which of course is your mystery oyster. You've got a lighter double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And, oh, popped out the bottom there, you've got a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. And this one here is also a dark purple. You can obviously see the difference between the Cadbury purple and the dark purple. Okay, what do you think, Carol? What would you like to do? So we definitely need to have a pearl on the jewellery, and if you're not happy with these ones, we can swap them for you. Lemon yellow, coral, icy blue, Cadbury purple, and then a dark purple as well. Your lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the Cadbury purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Okay, what do you think and what would you like to do, my lovely? Cadbury on the jewellery. Keep the rest, please. And you love it all. And you're very, very welcome. So I'm just going to write this down for you. Oh, it's getting quite warm in this room. Or I'm having a hot flash. So purple on the jewellery, and you're happy with the other ones. Carol, I hope you'll be happy with everything then, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next then today is Carol Grant. Carol Grant, are you here? It is, isn't it, Linda? The weather is definitely heating up a bit, isn't it? I think as well with the office, the sun like sort of beats on the office in the afternoon. It's the last point in the garden that the sun goes. So it's constantly in the sun state. It's why it gets so hot in here, because it's just constantly coming through. Like the blinds are, even on a lovely day, the blinds have to be completely drawn just so to try cool it down slightly. Tropical moment, exactly. So Carol Grant, hello my lovely. So you have got a spring pick and you'd like to donate your shells. So if we go down and grab your flowers for your flower shuffle, would there be a certain category or certain sized butterfly that you're hoping for? Okay, so last one. Oh, you have got a medium butterfly, so that is a pendant. Okay, so if we go straight across to the, no, that's not the butterflies. Straight across to the butterflies, medium butterfly is this one. So this one has 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which one would you like? One, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What do you think? Number 1. Okay, so this one all the way down the end here. So we're looking for a green sticker, Carol. And you have got a green sticker as well. Well done, my lovely. So you will need to let me know whether you'd like to have a £10 off code for the website, which means if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have a £10 off code you can use. Or you can choose to have an extra oyster opening today added onto your order, and then you get to pick which oyster you'd like there as well. So I'll bring you straight across so we can grab your bag for you. But would you like to have the £10 off code, or would you like to, medium number 1, or would you like to have an extra oyster opening? The code, of course you can. £10 off code. So that will get emailed across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. So as we can see, medium number 1. Oh, this is one of the new items. So this one is currently in the coming soon section. Supporters, you do have access to purchase this sooner, as it's on your special section now. Now this one, Carol, comes with 3 oyster openings. So we do need to have 3 pearls on here. My advice with this one is the smallest pearl goes at the top and then you can either stay with small pearls or get larger as you go down. So largest at the bottom. This one, I think on the website it's called the Invest pendant. So it is a long line of zircon crystals, and then your pearl sits here, here and here. So one on one side, one on the other side, and one right at the bottom. So the side view, you do have obviously it elevated slightly. That's just so it has the room for the pearls, but the front view is the sparkle crystal, and then you'll have your 3 pearls there. So I hope you're happy with that one, Carol. So with this, we'll need to know what pearl at the top, what pearl in the middle, and what pearl at the bottom. And again, I recommend having smallest to largest with this one. Okay, so let me just take it off here for you. So that's 3 surprise oysters, and you've already said to donate your shells. Would there be certain colours you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3. So I've just got an itch on the side of my head. There we go. That's been bugging me for a few minutes now. Right, let's get these open. 1, 2, 3. And let's go down. Oyster number 1. So did I, Sue. So yeah, we've got 3 new pendants which each hold 3 pearls. So there's one side, oh, and the other side. And your first oyster, I can see on that side of the shell, you are twinning with lilac purples. Very popular twinning set today. Let me just have a squidge. Okay, there's no more in that one. So twinning lilac purples to start with. Now these do look like they're slightly different sizes and shades, which may be good for the pendant. You can start with a smaller one at the top and then going larger as you go down. But of course, we'll see what else comes out and it's up to you. But lilac purple twins to start with. Oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding. There's no more in that one. Quadding with your second oyster, Carol. You're going to have a lovely selection to choose from here. You have got sea green, gold, coral, and a dark chocolatey silver. And then still one oyster to go. So dark sea green, gold, coral, and chocolate silver. Moving on to your last oyster. There's one side. The other side. Oh, and in here you've got a snow white, and there's no more in that one. Okay, Carol, let's have a closer look at all of these again so you can have a think of what you'd like to do. Good morning, Suzanne. Okay, so Snow White, twinning lilac purples. One is slightly smaller and one is slightly darker. And then quadding sea green, gold, coral and chocolate silver. Let me run them through the board for you. Your Snow White is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Slightly lighter Lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Slightly darker Lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. So they are measuring different sizes there with the twins. Sea Green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the Chocolate Silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The Snow Whites are more bold, aren't they, Suzanne? They're more of a pure colour, if that makes sense. Oh, my dog started to snore. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear him snoring, but he can get quite loud. So if you hear him, I'm not waking him, but yeah, if you hear him, that's my little doggy. Bless him. So I've just popped it down to have a sip of my tea, and then I'll hold it back up for you again, Carol. Sorry if you hear me slurp, I didn't mean to, it's because I'm drinking from the different cup today. I've got, it's Kovu who's snoring, but I've got them both in with me. They are really, like I've said before, in the evenings they just conk right out, they go straight to sleep. They're not playful at all. They have their dinner, have a little play for 20 minutes, and then after that they're just asleep. If we're sitting on the sofa, they'll come and cuddle us. If not, they'll just sleep. So yeah, they're really good in that aspect. So they're not playing into the middle of the night. But yeah, they just sleep. I mean, I'm guessing that's the same for all dogs, that at a certain time they get tired. It amuses me. Right, I'm just going to move these around, Carol, so we can start have room for placements, because obviously having 3 on the jewellery, that could be an option. That could be an option. Oh, it's very Lion King vibes, that one. So those ones could possibly be options. Oh, perfect. Can you have the white on the top and the lilacs on the bottom? So like I've done with that one there. And then change the gold and the coral and the chocolate to dove grey. And then these 3 to dove grey. So I kind of predicted that almost, that was coming, Carol. Okay, so 3 dove greys, and then your sea green as your loose pearls, and then your bridal white and 2 purples on the jewellery. Just confirm if that's all correct. I'm just going to write this down though. So if we're going to have the top, the middle and the bottom. So the top is the white, then we've got the light lilac, and then darker lilac. Perfect. Just confirm if you're happy with the other ones. I'll hold them up again because that was a quick show, so I could write that down. Would you be happy with those ones there? Sorry, that is the chair creaking. perfect. Perfect. Okay, so popping these in here for you. So Carol then, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. It did, Leanne. It took me a very long time to do. I was considering the other day to take it down, but I thought without it, it's going to look so strange in here. Like so strange. And I think that if I ever do take it down, I'm going to have to think of what to put up next. Or maybe put this back up with like a zhuzh up somehow. But yeah, I love my ceiling, but it's just, I can only hoover it so much. Because I think each time I hoover it, I do knock some about a bit, kind of thing. Right, up next today is Laura, is it Tegu? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Laura, are you here? Kathy, good evening. I hope you're well. And Laura, hello. Now, just because it's a different name on Facebook as to what I've got on the order form, my lovely, let me just have a quick look here, just in case you've popped it in the comments. There we are. No, if you could just... Oh, it's pronounced League? I'm terrible with reading names, so it's not you at all, my lovely. It's me. But because it's different on Facebook as to the order form, can you just confirm for me? So I don't have it on this one. So the second part of the email address, from the @ sign onwards. So I know this is so normally it's like Hotmail, Gmail, Ymail, Yahoo. Anything like that. So what's that section? So you don't need to tell me the whole email address, just from the @ sign onwards, just so I can confirm that it's you. And then once you do put that in the comments, possibly comment on it to bring it forward, because sometimes it does get hidden for some reason. Oh, bless you, Linda. So Laura, just confirm that for me. It's your first time. Oh, bless you, that's not a problem. But just confirm, I don't have just what that section of the email address is. Like I said, it's just because of the different names, I just have to sort of confirm. Because if I didn't and I opened it for the wrong person, that's obviously, it's terrible. So it's not that I don't believe you, it's just a sort of safeguard, if that makes sense. Is that the right word, safeguard? So from the @ sign onwards, what is that section on the order form? So I don't need to know the whole email address, just that little section. That was a big snore from him then. Laura, that's perfect. Thank you for confirming that. I Hope you understand why I asked, but thank you. So, Laura, you have got a spring pick. Let's go down for your flower shuffle. Is there a is there a butterfly size that you're hoping for, or a category at all? So I'm just shuffling these up. I know this isn't the best way to shuffle, but I figured because I ended up sticking these bits on the back, next time if I do something like this, I think I'm going to do a better shape to shuffle. Because these ones are awkward. Right, last one then. Let's see what's going to land on the top. Medium you're hoping for. And it is a medium. Okay, so medium is the pendant. Now I've just realised I haven't topped this up yet, so bear with me just a second. I'm just going to sneak this away and top up one here. So it's back medium butterflies. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Which one would you like? Number 3, so this one here. Number 3, so you're looking for a green sticker. And you have got a green sticker, Laura. Well done, my lovely. So that means you will either choose to have a £10 off code for the website, or you can have an extra oyster opening today. If you choose the £10 off code, it just means that if you order in the future, you'll have a £10 off code you can use. Or if you have an extra oyster opening today, you get to pick which oyster you would like to have as your extra one. Okay, so it's up to you. Which extra prize would you like? So medium butterfly number 3 is that one. Extra opening, perfect. So medium butterfly number 3. Now this pendant here comes with 1 oyster opening. You can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery, and we actually saw this pendant the other day and it is stunning. I think that's why I included another one in here. This is the long dream catcher pendant. Let me pop that there. Okay, so let's get this focused. You've got this textured border around the dream catcher here and a larger crystal gem in the center. You then have these chained feathers coming down to make up your dream catcher. Obviously they can move around. Now with this one, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. Now if you choose to have the pearl on the jewellery, there is a couple of placements, so you would have to let me know where you prefer to have it. You can either have it at the top here, so it would be able to move around, or you can have it at the top of one of the feathers. So the middle one, you sort of have it so it sort of dangles around here. Same here and same here. Or you don't have to have the pearl on here, you can choose to keep the pendant as it's on its own. It's very you. Oh, I love that. Well, I'm glad you're happy. So I'm just untangling the chain at the back there. There we go. So that one comes with 1 oyster opening, and then you get your bonus oyster opening as well. So the one with the pendant is the surprise oyster. Would you like another surprise oyster, or would you like a different oyster for your bonus? So if I get this one open for you. Which extra oyster would you like? It's another surprise. Okay. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 2 surprise oysters. Let's go down. Oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. I'd like to keep the shells, so I'm just going to grab a section of that. Okay, so in your first oyster, I can see a black cherry straight away. And there's no more in that one. Now what I like to do is I like to clean the shells as we go when you keep them. So just bear with me a second just while I take the flesh off here. Okay, so first pearl out is a black cherry. Moving on to oyster number 2. So again, this is a surprise oyster, Laura. There's one side. And the other side. And oh, in here you've got 1 and 2. You are twinning with apple green twins. Now the apple greens, I can see that they are different to each other and they're slightly two-tonal, so they've got different markings on them. So I'll go through each of the pearls for you as well so you can have a closer look. Okay, so black cherry and twinning apple greens. So if we have a closer look at these, if I do twin number 1, so this one here is the lighter of the 2. So he does have a little bit of a darker section, but overall he is a lighter green compared to his twin. His twin is brighter. He also has got these darker markings on him. Okay, what do you think to these, Laura? Black cherry and then a lighter apple green and a brighter apple green. If you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know what you'd like to do with the jewellery. If you're not happy with the colours, I can swap them for you. Your black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Lighter apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the brighter apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they're measuring different sizes as well as being different shades there. Okay, what do you think? What would you like to do? So I need to know if you're happy with the colours, and then if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery, and then if on, where you would like that pearl to go. I'm just going to retop up these butterflies here. There we go. The bigger green on the jewellery, perfect. Would you like it at the top of the jewellery, or would you like it on one of the feathers? And if so, do you have a preference of feather? Keep the black cherry, of course. You get to keep the other green as well. Again, if you're not happy with the colours, you can swap them, but you get to keep all of the pearls at the top of the pendant. Perfect. I'll write that down as well. So we're going to have the brighter green, which is the larger one, at the top of the pendant. Okay, perfect. Laura, I've got that down for you. I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. I've wrapped up your shells as well, so they'll get sent with your order. And yeah, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Can you swap the other green? Oh, of course you can. Of course you can. I'll bring it back. Which colour would you like to swap it for? Sorry. Just going to get it back out of this bag. Okay, so this is the lighter of the group. No, don't be sorry at all. It's completely up to you, and I didn't realise. So the bright green I've popped with the pendant already. So this one is the lighter of the two. Is there a what? Oh, let me start again. Sorry. Do you know what colour you'd like to go for? A darker blue. Now, I don't actually have any dark blues available to swap at the moment. Let me bring you up so you can see me. Would you be happy to potentially wait for a blue to become available? If you're happy to wait, that's perfect. If you prefer not to wait, is there another colour that you'd like to swap in instead? Any blue. Now, I'll show you our icy blues. Which are a lighter blue. I'll go for a brighter one to start with. So that is a lighter, brighter, icy blue. What do you think to that one? That's perfect. Okie dokie. So that one is yours as well. Sorry, my lovely. I thought... Okay, so you've got your black cherry and icy blue as your loose pearls. And then we've got that larger, brighter green at the top of the pendant. And you've got your shells as well. So again, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. You're very, very welcome. And up next today is Rachel Jones. Rachel, are you here? Rachel, hello. You have got a spring pick, so if I bring the flowers back for the oh, one's the wrong way around there. Let's put that the right way around. For the flower shuffle, is there a certain category or size butterfly that you're hoping for? Okay, so last one. Okay, you have got a medium. So they didn't come out all at the start and now they seem to be coming out a lot. So medium butterfly there, which is the pendant. So if I bring you, there we go, across for your medium butterfly. Now 1, 2, 3, sorry, that one's medium. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Which one would you like, Rachel? Number 3. Okay, so we're looking for a green sticker. And it's not. You've got a purple sticker there, my lovely. So there isn't the extra gift there, I'm afraid. However, if I bring you back Medium bag number 3123 is this one. Oh, okay, so this one, I don't think it's on the website. See, I went to do it as a back in stock item and I couldn't locate it. So I actually think this is a new item, and because of that, it hasn't made it onto the website yet because I do need to photo it. So this pendant does come with 2 oyster openings, okay, and both pearls need to go onto the jewellery. So as you can see here, it's like you've got 2, I don't know what shape to call this, so one's at the back, the other's sort of been flipped over, folded, and they've ended up next to each other. So you'd have a pearl on each side. So it's not a bell or anything like that, it's just this, again, I don't know what, it's like a cone shape almost leading down into your pearls there, but with a loop-de-loop at the top. That's a really elegant description. I do apologise, but I hope you're happy with that one. And this one will be going on the website soon. Like I said, I thought it was already one on there, but I couldn't locate it. So 2 surprise oysters with that one, Rachel. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? So there's 1 and 2. So let's go down. Almost like cherry stalks. Yeah, it has that kind of, yeah, shape to it. So oyster number 1, Rachel. There's one side. And the other side. And in here you are twinning. There's no more in that one. Now, twinning with darker chocolate pearls. Now, both of them are chocolate. One is larger chocolate and the smaller one has actually got a purple overtone to him. So 1 chocolate, 1 lighter with a slight purple overtone. I mean, on the camera it looks like it's a lighter chocolate, but to me it does look like it's got purple to him, ever so slightly. So chocolate twins to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Ooh, and in here you've got a brighter lemon yellow, and there's no more in that one. Okay, Rachel, what do you think to these? Twinning chocolates, 1 larger and darker, 1 smaller and brighter, and then a bright lemon yellow. If you're happy with these colours, I'll need to know which 2 you'd like on the jewellery. And if you're not happy, we can of course swap them. So if I run these ones through the board, the smaller chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The larger chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Okay, what do you think, Rachel? Swap the chocolates for black cherries. Would you be happy with those ones there? And then just confirm for me, is it the black cherries that you'd like on the jewellery? Love them. Oh. Yes. Okay, so I'll just write this down for you, Rachel. So black cherries on there. Perfect. You're very, very welcome. And again, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe up there for you. And thank you for the donations with your shells. The yellow was an 8. Now, sometimes the lighter colours in the sand do look larger than they are, which is why we measure them, but they do sort of almost give the illusion that they're bigger. I don't know how it works, but yeah, that's why we measure them, just to double check. Up next today is Sue Barber. Sue, are you here? Sue, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let's go down for your flower shuffle because you do have a spring pick. Is there a certain category or butterfly that you're hoping for, Sue? Okay, so let's do one more. Let's spread it out. Okay, and you have got a medium one. Mediums are coming out thick and fast now. Okay, so medium one, which is a pendant. So if we go across medium butterflies, 1 through to 5, which one would you like? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. What do you think? I can't pick for you, my lovely. Oh no, you said any to what you was hoping for. Sorry. Number 5 is this one. Okay, so again, you're hoping for, where are we? There we go. Hoping for the green sticker. And it's not, you've got the purple sticker there. So that does mean that there's nothing on, no extra on the back of that one. However, let's go and pick your prize. So medium number 5. Medium number 5 is this one. So this is a pendant that is back in stock now. So this one comes with 1 oyster opening, Sue, and your pearl does need to go onto the jewellery. On the website, this one is called the treble clef pendant. Now it is a treble clef. Now you may be seeing it backwards here because obviously you're seeing a mirror image, but your pearl sits on that round disc there, and then you've got the treble clef coming down and around. You do have a little bit of sparkle on the front curve of the clef there, giving it right next to the pearl, so pearl and sparkle as well. So I hope you're happy with that one. And then, like I said before, it comes with 1 oyster opening and your pearl would need to go on there. Do you see a flamingo, Lois? Let me have a look. Okay, yeah, I could see a flamingo, so you could see it as a flamingo too. So, surprise oyster. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, Sue? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? Let's go down. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are quadding. There's no more in that one. You are quadding with your oyster. You'd like to keep your shells, that's absolutely fine. Let me just clean these up for you. Oh really, Lois? Oh, see, I love how people can interpret things differently. So I see the treble clef and I can see how you'd see it would be a flamingo. But yeah, a lot of jewellery. I mean, some things are very, very obvious what they are, but some things they can be interpreted in different ways. And again, it's another reason I love my job. Right, so let's dry these up for you, Sue. You've got a Cadbury purple, a lemon yellow, brighter coral and a dark black cherry. What do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these pearls, I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you. The Cadbury purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. Oh, sorry, he's a 7. The lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Okay, what do you think? What would you like to do, Sue? Just going to wrap these shells up here. Swap the cherry for a bright watermelon, of course. And then is it the watermelon that you'd like to go onto the jewellery? Oh, swap the cherry. Okay, just confirm if you're happy with that one there. So the watermelon is that one at the front now. No, not you. That one there. Very happy? Okay, perfect. Pop the others in here for you as well. Sue, I've wrapped up your shells nice and safe for you. So they'll get sent along with your order. I hope you're happy with that, and of course happy with everything, my lovely, and that's safe up there for you as well. And up next is Michaela Shepherd. Michaela, are you here? Michaela Shepherd, are you here? Michaela, hello. You've also got a spring pick, so let's go down. Oh, grabbing the flowers for you. Is there a certain category you're hoping for or certain butterfly size? Good boy. Sorry, that was to my dog. Okay, let's see. Okay, and you have got a large butterfly. So a large butterfly is a bracelet. So if we go straight across, large butterfly is this one at the back here. So the numbers you need to pick from here are 1, 2 or 3. Which one would you like? Butterfly 1, butterfly 2 or butterfly 3? Number 2. Okay, so you're looking for the green sticker here. And you've got the green sticker, Michaela. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That means you get to pick from either having a £10 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £10 off code that you can use, or you'll be able to have an extra oyster opening for today. What do you think? What prize would you like? So let's bring you straight across. Can you have a code? Of course you can. So £10 off code. That will get emailed across for you over the weekend to the email address that's on the order form. Now, butterfly number 2, you can see it's sort of pushed in this bag because it didn't 100% fit, but it definitely is butterfly number 2, as you can see. So if I take this out, you have got a bangle. So this bangle here is the double pearl bangle. Okay, so I'm just topping this back up. So the double pearl bangle comes with 2 oyster openings, and I know these pins are almost touching here, but once the pearls are on here, the pearls sit flat against this bed, so they won't be the pearls may be very, very close, but you can see what I mean. So this bangle, as you can see, it's 95 silver, it is flexible, and you'll have a pearl on either side there. So I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. So 2 oyster openings with that, so 2 surprise oysters. Are there certain colours you're hoping for, Michaela? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So 1 and 2. So I'm just keeping an eye on them just to see in case they need to go outside. No, he's got back into bed. Okay. So let's go down. Oyster number 1, Michaela. Oh, these shells may fall apart as we open them. Donate the shells. Okay, thank you. So there's one side and the other side. Oh, first pearl out is a olive green. There's no more in that one. olive green from your first oyster. Oh, bless you, Lois. Easily done though on replays though, isn't it? There we go, just got it focused for you, Michaela. So olive green there. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side. Yep, I thought this shell might fall apart. There we go. And the other side. Oh, and straight away you've got a candy floss pink. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me hold these up for you, Michaela. I'll need to know if you're happy with these two to go onto the bangle, then that's perfect. If you're not happy and would like to swap them, we can do that for you as well. So olive green and candy floss pink. What do you think to these? If I run them through the board for you, the candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he is an 8.5. What do you think? What would you like to do? Keep the olive and swap the pink for another green if you can get different shades. Now the best I could do is either the sea green or you're going to go for quite a dark deep green. I don't think I can match the size though, because your olive green is quite a larger pearl there. I mean, these two actually look lovely together. I'm very biased though because I love green. But what do you think to those? So it's either this or I suppose I could do an apple green as well. So if you wanted to go lighter, where's the apple green? This one. A 9, Sherry. So the smallest pearl is a 6, the largest pearl is a 9. Going to find the forest green for you. Now that's a very, very dark one. The others that are slightly lighter though are quite a bit smaller. Now obviously if you don't mind having the size difference, then that's fine. Yeah, I have gold too.
green. Quite like that pairing actually. Let me put it on top. Any of those, Michaela? Both the same size. Now the only issue with that is because the olive green is quite a large colour, to have one the same size, you may have to wait. Okay, so are you happy with that gold? It is slightly smaller than your green, but let me move the other one out of the way. It's not a massive difference, if that makes sense. So it is smaller. But I think still looks good. But it's obviously completely up to you. It's your jewellery. Or white as well. I could grab a white. Again, my whites are quite a lot smaller. The olive is an 8.5, but I think just because of his colour, he looks larger than he is. So the olive's an 8.5, and the gold, is a tight 7.5. So there's a mil in it, but it just looks bigger. Like I said, I think it's just because of the size. But if you're happy with those colours together, I mean, they look lovely together. Let me pop them on here for you. Okay, so Michaela, I'll send the £10 off code to you over the weekend to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, and thank you for the donations with your shells. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next today is Linda Southam. Linda, are you here? You are here, Linda. I've literally just seen you. So Linda, you have also got a spring pick. So let's start your flower shuffle. Linda, is there a certain category or certain sized butterfly that you're hoping for? All right, let's do one last, oh no, don't fall. One last big sort of mesh. And you have got a medium butterfly. So medium butterfly is a pendant. So if we go straight across to the butterflies and grab the medium butterfly box, would you like number 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 with your butterfly? Oh no, bless you. So you've just said your last 2 were medium, so possibly hoping for something else. Bless you, you do have medium again. Which number butterfly would you like? Number 1. So looking for the green sticker. And Linda, you do have the green sticker, so that does mean you've got a £10 off code to use on the website. Sorry, it's the time of night. Let me start again. You've got a green sticker. So that gives you an option of a £10 off code for the website or a extra oyster opening tonight. So it's up to you what you'd like, which one you'd like to pick. So yeah, would you like £10 off code or a extra oyster opening tonight, my lovely? let's go across, and then medium number 1 is that one there. Oh, actually, I still need that to top it back up again. Extra oyster opening. Okay, so as you can see, medium number 1. This pendant has been on the website before. I don't actually think it's on the website at the moment. It comes with 1 oyster opening, and you do need to have a pearl on the jewellery here. Okay, so this is the star pendant. Now your pearl is going to be set right in the middle of the star here. The whole border of the star is encrusted with zircon crystals, so it has got that gorgeous sparkle to it, and then you obviously be able to have whatever colour in the centre. So I hope you're happy with that one there, Linda. So if I bring you back up again, now you'll have 1 oyster opening with that, which is the surprise oyster. With your bonus oyster opening, you can choose to have a surprise oyster, or you can choose to have any of the other oysters as well. So what oyster would you like with your bonus opening? So I've just opened the surprise oyster, but yeah, you've got a pick of any of the other ones for you. Another surprise. Okie dokie. So for that star, would there be a certain colour you're hoping for? And I keep getting them stuck there. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Let's go down. So oyster number 1. Quite a lot of the shell came off there. But oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. Oh, and in here you are twinning with apple green twins there. There's no more in that one. Now these apple greens are quite nice, bright and bold apple greens. And then moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here, oh, you are twinning for a second time with one's a black cherry and one is a burgundy red. Okay, Linda, what do you think to these? Twinning apple greens and twinning black cherry and a burgundy red. Now, one pearl does definitely need to go onto the jewellery. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them. Apple green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's also an 8.5. The brighter red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And your darker red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. So the reds are measuring different sizes as well. Okay, what do you think, Linda, and what would you like to do? swap the dark red for white for the star. Oh, that's not white. There we go. Okay, have a look at this one. Would you be happy with that one there? And just confirm, are you happy with the other pearls as well? Perfect or perfect, and you love them all. Brilliant. Okay, so let me pop these in here and in here, and then I'll write that down for you, Linda. So white on there. Okay, so Linda, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, and then that's safe up there for you. And I believe that that brings us to the end of the order list for today. So thank you all for watching. Linda, you're very, very welcome. We're going to be live again on Sunday evening. So we'll see you all on Sunday. I hope you'll have a brilliant weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.